What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Daniel, and welcome back to our video. Today, I'm doing race picks for the 2023 Call 811 before you dig 250. Let's go ahead and just jump straight into it. This weekend, the NASCAR Xfinity Series is headed to Martinsville Speedway, the half-mile paperclip racetrack where tempers can flare and a lot of great short track racing can take place at Martinsville Speedway. The last time we raced here at Martinsville Speedway in the NASCAR Xfinity Series, we saw a lot of tempers flaring where Ty Gibbs dumped Brandon Jones in the last time we raced here, and a lot of people were really unhappy with Ty Gibbs. Lucky for Brandon Jones, Ty Gibbs will not be in this race this time at Martinsville. So we go ahead and jump into picks for the Xfinity Series race. Let's go ahead and take a look at the weather for this weekend. So the weather for the Xfinity Series race is looking pretty promising. It's going to be 80 degrees high with 57 degrees low. Right now, only a 20% chance of rain. It's going to be a night race, so it's going to be pretty fun and a lot of attrition expected and a lot of chaos as well. So now, let's jump into picks for this weekend. So for those of you new to the channel, here's how picks work on the channel. I do 2 suck picks, 2 drivers I expect to struggle who've been on really big struggle buses over the last 2 weeks. I do 2 underdog picks, 2 drivers expect to run really, really good and under fun equipment. And I do my winners pick, the driver I expect to win. And I got the drivers you need to watch out for. And unlike the Cup Series, for the Xfinity Series and Truck Series, I do 4 drivers you need to watch out for along with the winner. So now, let's go ahead and jump into picks. Who are my suck picks for this weekend at Martinsville? My first suck pick for this weekend is a driver's kind of struggle on the short tracks. Yes, he did have a pretty good run at Richmond a couple weeks ago, but I don't expect this guy to run really, really good this weekend. I'm going to say Jeffrey Earnhardt. Jeffrey Earnhardt, I think, is a really, really talented driver, but he just has not historically been really good at Martinsville in his career. I think he's had maybe a couple top 20 finishes in the Xfinity Series at Martinsville, but I just think that Jeffrey Earnhardt is going to struggle this weekend, and I think he's going to finish outside the top 20 this weekend at Martinsville. My other suck pick for this weekend at Martinsville is a driver 24 car for Sam Hunt Racing, Connor Mosack. Connor Mosack has been very disappointing on ovals and kind of disappointing on road courses as well this year. In fact, I think he's been one of the most disappointing drivers in the Xfinity Series so far this year. I really had high hopes for this guy going into the 2023 season where I thought he was going to be a little bit more of a contender. And sadly, he really has just been very disappointing. He's ran outside the top 20 a lot of this year with Sam Hunt Racing. And when you look at Kaz Grala is running a lot better. I expected him to run a lot better this year, and I hope he can turn it around. But I think that, sadly, Connor Mosack is going to run outside the top 20. Very similar to Jeffrey Earnhardt. I think he runs outside the top 20 this weekend at Martinsville. And now we're going ahead and jump on to the underdog picks for this weekend at Martinsville. Who are my underdog picks? My first underdog pick for this weekend is probably someone that you would be so little surprised at picking as an underdog, considering that this guy won the last spring race here at Martinsville. But this guy has just been absolutely not on a good run. He has not scored a top 10 so far in the 2023 season. But I do believe this guy is going to turn the season around and turn it around. I've got Brandon Jones as the underdog pick for this weekend. Now, this one is probably going to surprise a lot of people considering he's in a junior motorsports car. But like I mentioned, he has failed to score a top 10 this year. I think Brandon Jones is going to have a bounce back weekend, get his first top 10 of the year, and I think he's going to attend maybe as an underdog for the win. I think Brandon Jones is going to have a fantastic run this weekend at Martinsville. My other underdog pick for this weekend is a driver who always outperforms equipment, and this team is attempting to make their NASCAR Xfinity Series debut as an organization, Kyle Weatherman. Kyle Weatherman is driving the number 96 car for FRS Racing. This team actually attempted to make their debut at Richmond, but unfortunately due to rain, they didn't get a chance to show their stuff. They've got ECR equipment, and they've got the old Brandon Built Motorsports organization stuff. I think Kyle Weatherman is going to perform very, very good, especially with the ECR engines. I think that you're going to see that team bring some really strong equipment for Kyle Weatherman, and I think Kyle Weatherman has a really strong run this weekend at Martinsville, where I think he easily makes the show. I don't think rain's going to affect. And I think that you're going to see Kyle Weatherman be a pretty big contender for maybe a top 10. Yes, you heard that right. I think he's going to contend for a top 10 this weekend at Martinsville. And now we're going ahead and jump on to the winner's pick for this weekend at Martinsville. Who is my winner's pick? I had a couple drivers I was looking at for this weekend at Martinsville, but eventually I went to one driver. This guy's making quite a few Cup Series starts so far, and he's been really good at Martinsville throughout his career and is always a contender at this track. It doesn't matter what type of car. I am going with Josh Berry to pick up his first win of the 2023 NASCAR Xfinity Series season this weekend at Martinsville. Josh Berry's been really strong so far throughout the years, had a lot of top 5s and top 10s. Yes, he's definitely made a lot of mistakes and has caused a lot of controversy, but he's been at the finish of these races and has been doing really good. I think that is finally going to come through, and I think he's going to get Junior Motorsports their first win of the season because Junior Motorsports has not scored a victory so far in 2023. But I think that changes this weekend. I think Josh Berry is going to get the first victory for Junior Motorsports of 2023. And now we're going to go ahead and jump on to the drivers you need to watch out for this weekend at Martinsville. What drivers am I keeping my eyes out on? The first driver you should watch out for is the driver who nearly won the Martinsville race in the fall last year and nearly could have won at Richmond a couple weeks ago, had his pit crew not made a mistake, Sammy Smith. Sammy Smith's been really quietly having a strong year so far. One of the fastest drivers so far in the early portion of the 2023 season. I think Sammy Smith's going to be easy top 5 contender once again. He's been top 5 pretty much every single race on pure speed. Has had some luck that's affected him, unfortunately, just like at Richmond. But I think that Sammy Smith's going to be really strong, be really, really quick. And I think that you're going to see Joe Gibbs Racing give him a really strong car this weekend at Martinsville. The second driver you should watch out for is a driver of the 20 car for Joe Gibbs Racing, John Hunter Nemechek. Now, this guy was my initial early pick to win this race in 2023 here at Martinsville, simply because John Hunter Nemechek has been extremely strong at Martinsville throughout his NASCAR Xfinity Series or Truck Series career. I think that you're going to see him have a really good run this weekend in that number 20 car. I think that Joe Gibbs Racing is going to give him a really strong car, and I think that he will contend for a victory in the number 20 this weekend at Martinsville. The third driver you should watch out for is a driver 16 car for Kaulig Racing, Chandler Smith. Chandler Smith, in my opinion, has probably been the most impressive driver so far in the 2023 season, and for good reason. He's contended for wins throughout the year so far. Could have won Las Vegas, was fast at Daytona, was fast at Auto Club too, could have won Auto Club, but the car kind of fell off near the end of the race, and also got his first career Xfinity Series victory just 2 weekends ago at Richmond. I think Chandler Smith is a championship threat and a championship contender, and I think he's going to continue that championship caliber speed that he's had throughout the year, and I think he will contend for a really strong victory. I think he's going to be fast, I think he's going to be a threat, and I think Chandler Smith will have a really good shot and a really good chance to get the win this weekend at Martinsville. And the fourth and final driver you should watch out for this weekend at Martinsville is a driver of the 19 car for Joe Gibbs Racing, Ryan Truex. I believe this might be one of Ryan Truex's final starts of the year, and Ryan Truex has been impressive in his select NASCAR Xfinity Series starts. He could have won at Phoenix, finished second and runner-up to Sammy Smith, and Ryan Truex has been outperforming his equipment in the Xfinity Series. Been the best driver in that 19 car, outside maybe Ty Gibbs at COTA. He's probably been the best driver in that 19 car this season. I truly do believe that Ryan Truex is going to be fast, and I think he's going to be ultimately a threat for the win this weekend. Plus, the 19 car was really strong last year with Brandon Jones in both races here. So I think that Ryan Truex is going to use that really strong speed he's had. And I think that he will be a contender for the victory this weekend at Martinsville. So those are my race picks for the NASCAR Xfinity Series race at Martinsville. Just a reminder, my sec picks are Jeffrey Earnhardt and Connor Mosek. My underdog picks are Brandon Jones, Kyle Weatherman. My winner's pick is Josh Berry. And the drivers you need to watch out for are Sammy Smith, John Hunter Nemechek, Chandler Smith, and Ryan Truex. Those are my picks. So, that is going to be it for the race picks video for the NASCAR Xfinity Series race at Martinsville. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe to the channel, notifications on so you know if I win a video does go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support me on Patreon as well. Links description below with that, and comment your thoughts below, and comment your picks below for this weekend's NASCAR Xfinity Series race at Martinsville. Let me know your 2 suck picks, let me know your 2 underdog picks, let me know your winner's pick, and let me know the 4 drivers you're watching out for as well for this weekend's Xfinity Series race. Let me know your picks in the comments below. Tomorrow on my channel, we're going to have 2 videos on the channel. We're going to have the Cup Series race picks from Martinsville, and we're also going to go ahead and have a news video on the channel as well. Followed by on Thursday, the first official silly season predictions for 2024 is going to be coming out on the channel. Then on Friday, we're going to have a NASCAR news video on the channel and also Truck Series reactions to that race, and we'll have race reviews throughout the week as well. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode, and I'll see you guys next time for some more great, awesome NASCAR content and other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.